Here we go. The consumer price index is over 4% now for the first time in 3 years. But don't worry, they're saying that if you took out food and fuel costs, it's not that high. They're saying we have not felt the real impact of this war yet. Trump is quoted as saying, "I love this inflation," and later said, "The stock market is the highest it's ever been." Yeah, if you have a lot of stocks in the stock market, I guess you're doing pretty good, Trump. Inflation's working for you. President Donald Trump announced a peace deal with Iran is scheduled for electronic signing today. Now, Iran says, no, not today. So your guess is as good as any what's happening. And Trump says they agreed verbally. We'll see. Iran says it's going to be a day or two. So Iran is just pushing Trump. They're pushing him around. They're letting the world know, look, what we can do to the most powerful man in the world. Hopefully, it'll end the conflict and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Of course, when Iran was asked about it, they argued about it. It may not be Sunday, it might be in a few days. He used the reason that the other side has exhibited too much instability. Trump announces we are close to a deal. Then Israeli bombs Lebanon, which makes Iran retaliate with missiles that Trump said they no longer have. And that makes the deal go away. So some people are saying, which it kind of adds up, Israel doesn't want this peace agreement. And so whenever Trump gets close to a peace agreement, Israel bombs Lebanon and Iran gets ticked. So, and then they won't sign the deal. How long do we do this before somebody steps up and says, stop? Just stop it. Oh, I'm not talking to you. You're fine. You're good. Friday, the U.S. government ordered Anthropic to shut down access to its most advanced AI models, Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5, because of national security concerns. The government believed a jailbreak method had been discovered that could bypass Fable 5's safety guardrails and identify software vulnerabilities and possibly conduct cyber attacks. You know that's going to happen. Anthropic disconnected the models for all customers globally. The shutdown caused pre-IPO share prices to drop and triggered widespread customer demands for refunds. Ooh, that's kind of big economically. Amazon is the major holder in Anthropic. Here's some interesting info. Fewer than 2% of federal criminal cases ever go to trial, and the rate is even lower in most state courts. Nearly 90% of federal defendants pleaded guilty, and another 8% had their cases dismissed. This means that just 2% went to trial at all. The courts are backed up with just 2% going to court. What they do is they offer them a plea deal. They scare the heck out of them, tell them you're going to do your life in prison. Then they say, what if you take this plea deal, you only do 1 year, and it's a lesser crime. So they say, oh, well, I'm afraid I don't want to do life in prison. I'll take the year. Close to 27% of Swiss residents are not citizens. The country's population has grown far faster than any surrounding European Union states, raising by 23% since the Free Movement Agreement came into effect in 2002. I believe in America, we call that open borders. Switzerland will vote today on whether to cap its population at 10 million. Supporters of the population restriction say the influx of mainly EU workers puts housing, schools, transportation, welfare, and the Swiss way of life under unbearable strain. So you notice they call them workers, EU workers. In other words, undocumented immigrants, cheap labor. Dollar General is responding to the inflation-ridden economy. They will be offering 2,000 items at $1 or less. Dollar General CEO said that as prices rise, more people are shopping at Dollar General looking for bargains. As other businesses are closing shop, Dollar General is looking at adding 400 more stores nationwide. Wow. Here's a food tip, and this isn't really news, but rinse canned beans in water for a few seconds. You can reduce the sodium by 40%. Beans are a fantastic source of protein and dietary fiber, which can lower blood cholesterol levels and protect against colon cancer and type 2 diabetes. Beans also keep us full, helping control weight gain. They are good added to soups, salads, and tacos. I like refried beans myself on a flour tortilla with ground beef, cheese, and salsa. Can't really wash refried beans from a can, though. Today being Sunday, it might be appropriate for me to leave you with this. At the Last Supper, Jesus left his disciples with something so important, he called it a commandment. In John 13:34, Jesus said, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. As I have loved you, that ye also love one another." That's particularly good for me today. Have a great Sunday. Millie says goodbye. I say goodbye. Millie says have a great day. Don't you? You say that? See ya.